Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. We are talking about the big breaking news, people, that Liverpool have reportedly put in a €40 million bid for Porto winger Luis Diaz. This news has obviously been bubbling under the surface for a while. We also understand that Tottenham were very much interested. We'll get on to talking about them a little later on in this video, but the big breaking news today, as confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and other journalists as well, are starting to pick up more and more on this news, that Liverpool have reportedly put in a bid for Porto winger Luis Diaz. Before we get into talking about more of this story in detail, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things always and would be greatly appreciated. But right now, we've got to talk about this story because I, for one, am very much excited about the prospect of Liverpool not only just signing someone, but signing someone who I think is a real gem of a player. The news revolving around this has been, like I say, bubbling for a while. Liverpool and Luis Diaz have been linked for a while, but in recent weeks, interest has sort of cooled off a little bit on this. It didn't seem like it was going to be happening in January. It seemed like if this was going to happen, it would be happening in the summer. But it seems that with the news that Tottenham had emerged as another club that were very much interested in signing Diaz, and allegedly were very close to doing that, it seems to have reignited Liverpool's interest and made them act quickly. Whether that's the case or not, I don't 100% know. But with Tottenham and the Daniel Levy effect, haggling over a few million here and there, it's sort of left this transfer bid in limbo, and Liverpool have seemingly swooped in at the 11th hour to pick up this deal. And like I say, a lot of journalists are now running with the story that Liverpool have put in a bid and that this deal is entering the final stages, as stated by Fabrizio Romano in a tweet he put out earlier today, saying FC Porto have received Liverpool official bid for Luis Diaz, €40 million guaranteed fee plus €25 million bonuses. Deal entering final stages between clubs. Diaz is currently in South America with Colombia. Liverpool want to be planned and be prepared for potential medical there. This is huge. It's not just Fabrizio Romano that I've talked about who has reports on this either, but David Ornstein, a very credible Premier League English football journalist, and also Neil Jones have also corroborated this story as well. We're added to that and been talking about this all day as well. Liverpool has said to be also penciled in a medical should things obviously start to move quickly, because like I said, we are days away from this transfer window closing and slamming shut on Monday, so we are still only a couple of days away. But this is big news, not just because of the type of player that he is, but because Liverpool may actually be signing someone, something that us as Liverpool fans have cried out for so long. Just sign someone, add depth to the squad, add depth to the key attacking areas of the pitch, and it seems that finally our prayers are being answered. It's seemingly been a while since Liverpool signed anybody, but today it seems that that is moving closer to becoming a reality once again. I had to check whether I was awake and alive to this news and whether it was real or not when I woke up this morning, but things do seem to be real and things seem to be moving very quickly indeed on this story. The Colombian has played 28 times this season for Porto across all competitions, including 6 times in the Champions League, scoring 16 goals, 14 of them coming in the Portuguese domestic league after playing 18 times there, and he's also created 6 assists overall as well. He plays as a left winger. We know Liverpool are looking to beef up their attacking options. This could possibly be a pre-active strike as well, in case a move for Sadio Mane transpires in the near future. Maybe Liverpool are looking to cash in on him. Remember, his contract does run out at the end of next season, or maybe the club are just prepared just in case he doesn't re-sign a new contract. Maybe they still want him to re-sign, and maybe this is just in case he doesn't for whatever reason. This is just in case, I think, Mane doesn't re-sign or Liverpool don't want to give him a new contract. Whatever the case may be, this appears to be the future replacement, fully replacement, or the backup to Sadio Mane, or maybe even the more competition for Sadio Mane to really reignite him. We're going to be talking more about Mane later on in this video. He's an inverted winger. He plays left-sided, but likes to cut inside on the underlap of his defensive opponent. He's quick. He's clearly very, very talented. A creative winger, makes around 2 key passes per game, good technical ability, not afraid to get his shots off wherever possible, currently averaging 3 to 4 shots per game over in the Portuguese league. He's also a bit of a showman, plays with a lot of skill and a lot of flair, doesn't mind opening his box of tricks on defenders and opponents, and with his skills and flicks that he likes to do, he's going to be someone that I think Liverpool fans will love going forward. And overall, of course, the main part is he adds quality and depth to the squad and to a key area of the pitch that Liverpool have needed to improve upon for the past couple of years, at least in my opinion. We go back to the summer, like I mentioned earlier, and we say that that Liverpool fans really wanted the club to sign someone, and particularly in that key attacking area. We didn't really ask for a signing to break the bank, so to speak. We didn't ask for a major, monumental, daft signing of like over 100 million, like what Man City did or like what Chelsea did. We just wanted a player that was going to be a good fit for this club and to really challenge the main front three. Diogo Jota's obviously come in the past couple of years and obviously done that. We just needed someone for those wing positions, just in case Salah maybe gets injured, touch wood he doesn't. Or, you know, maybe Mane, like I say, Mane hasn't been the usual Mane that we've seen of him in years gone by, and maybe this competition will give him a new sense of competition and a sense to reignite himself and kind of reinvent himself and maybe get back to his best. And this is the kind of player that Jurgen Klopp, I think, will love. I think this is the kind of player that he can really sink his teeth, and like I say before, he's got big teeth at that, into and make him get better. Under a top-class manager, he can definitely find new ways to elevate his game and become a better winger and a better player for it. Like I said, I think overall, with all the skills and attributes and assets that I think he has, I think he's a really exciting player. Didn't know too much about him a couple of months ago, but watching highlight reels and hearing people talk about him and watching other stuff in more depth and detail and hearing and reading stuff about him, he is someone that I think is going to be a really exciting player and one that Liverpool fans will take to their hearts very quickly. Someone that will learn from the likes of Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, Diogo Jota, and of course Sadio Mane whilst they're there at the club at the time. Hopefully he beds in really well and he can really hit the ground running instantly upon if this obviously all goes ahead and as planned when he does arrive, or if he does arrive. And I think it'll be good for Mane as well. Like I said, I think overall this will be good for the entirety of the club. I think this will be good for the fan base, and this, I think, will be good for Sadio Mane as well. Despite his amount of goals this season, Mane's form has dipped a little over the past couple of years, like I mentioned, and if he remains at the club to possibly renew his contract going forward, if that's going to be the case, I think that having some stern competition in his position might give him a bit of reignited fire in his belly within him to really step up to the mark again and get back to his very best. And I think this will be a good signing all round if Liverpool can get this deal over the line. From a Spurs perspective though, we've got to talk about Spurs here because, like I said, they were interested. The past couple of days have been a bit of a nightmare for Spurs, in all honesty. They have seen possibly 2 transfers that were seemingly theirs for the taking be completely hijacked at the 11th hour by other and bigger clubs than them, with all due respect. Absolute nightmare for Spurs in the past couple of days. They've seen bigger clubs come in, throw their weight around on transfers that they've prepped and prepared for, and seemingly getting towards some sort of negotiated fee and then it's all fallen apart. We saw yesterday with Adama Traore, with Barcelona swooping in to take him right out of their hands, and we have now seen it again today, seemingly, with Liverpool and Luis Diaz. Like I say, it's the Daniel Levy effect, ladies and gentlemen. The guy tries to save a few million here and a few million there, and ends up saving a lot more than what he was originally planning to save, because he doesn't buy the player at all, and he leaves it wide open for someone else to come in and steal their target. I can imagine a lot of Spurs fans are waking up today feeling even more frustrated today than usual over the past couple of days, especially with the kind of problems and transfer dealings of Daniel Levy. And I would say that if Levy isn't careful, not only could he be facing more fan backlash, but he could also be facing backlash within his own club, as Antonio Conte could walk soon. It is entirely possible. We know that Conte is very outspoken. We know that if he has a problem with something, he is not afraid of telling the person responsible for that problem of what he feels and what he thinks of them. And we know that if he wants to walk at any moment, he will walk without hesitation, without a care in the world, because I can't think of a world in which Antonio Conte would take a job like Tottenham without Daniel Levy making a few big promises. And most of them would include, of course, financial backing and big transfers walking through the door at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium within the very near future. And if they are broken, and if nothing happens within the remaining days of this transfer window, it is a big possibility that he may or possibly will walk away, no doubt in my mind. Unless he manages to pull the rabbit out of the hat in this last few days of the transfer window, I'd hate to think what might happen to Spurs' season going forward. But the bottom line here is all about Luis Diaz. It's all about Liverpool. Liverpool Football Club might be on the verge of completing the signing of one of a very exciting and very talented winger in the form of Luis Diaz, after putting in an initial €40 million bid, according to Fabrizio Romano. And this guy, like I say, is possibly a gem of a transfer waiting to be unleashed on the Premier League. And I, for one, couldn't be more excited by the potential and possibility of this happening. But of course, as I always say, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, whatever you're going to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this breaking news story that Liverpool are possibly on the verge of signing Luis Diaz from Porto? What do you make of this story? What do you make of him as a player? What do you see of his potential and his current ability? And of course, Spurs fans as well, I'd love to know your thoughts on this as well, or what you think about Spurs overall. This is possibly two transfers in a matter of 2 days that have been hijacked by bigger clubs, taking them right from your grasp. And I would love to know what your thoughts are on your club, how it's run, Daniel Levy, all that kind of stuff. And most of all, of course, all about the stuff with Liverpool and Luis Diaz, of course. All down below in the comment section, your thoughts, your comments, opinions, predictions will, I'm sure, make for interesting reading on this topic. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and very greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch, this has been another Fletch Talks video, and I will see and speak to you all again soon in another video.